Like, why has it been left to smaller channels
Yeah.
to come and do a protest about van life when there's massive channels out there with a lot of influence?
Because
Who are doing
massive channels live in houses.
they,
Massive channels aren't full-time van life, they're all liars.
What's it say? SD card? Hello! We are currently on our way to Morecombe for the protest! Power to the people! Power to the van lifers. So we had to set off Saturday morning because I had to have my children Friday night. So we're just trying to race there now. Not like I can race in this van, but we're on his way. We should be there in an hour and 35 minutes. So there we go. Let's do it. I've to show them some scenery view at Peak District in a minute as we go through it. Out to the front where Mark from Road's home, Mark and Sue, they were already talking to a councillor, an independent councillor, who had turned up for the protest, and he was in favour of the vans, and he's trying to make a difference and make more what is it? Go on. More facilities for vans?
Yeah.
Stuff and make it more welcome. So we're doing a drive-by convoy, aren't we?
Yep.
And I'm probably the last van who's got stuck on a bloody red light. That bloody exhaust.
Van.
Squeaky. Right?
Look how many cats he's got on his van.
Catmandu. Cat van.
Yep.
Yorkshire Transit Office.
Protected by witchcraft. It was flashing red before. Must have gone off.
So the convoy had at least 50 vans that we know of in there, 48, but there were a few people who tagged along as well. A protest further down about there's no chemical toilet waste, and he was doing his own little thing. That's it. I saw him on Non Lost Souls on their latest video. If you pop over and you see him on that, I don't think he says that though. But yeah, there were 50 vans in this convoy, and this next video, this next section shows you them all as we drive up and down the promenade.
massive, isn't it, Morecombe seafront?
It's turned into a bit of carnage, hasn't it?
Yep.
Apologies for my creaky van.
I can't get in bloody first gear. Is everyone doing just going round about? What is that?
Bet they're hating us a minute.
I bet they are.
Look at him on his phone in that truck.
On his phone?
Yeah.
Probably right angry.
No, he was just, if police catch him, he'll get done with it.
Some serious bother for that. This is right fun.
It is, isn't it?
That's it!
What's that? What did he say?
His horn's bust. Yeah. Alright. Yeah. Something like that, yeah. Alright, buddy. Catch you in a bit.
I thought he was going to be a dick then.
I thought it was. Even if he had been a dick, I'd still be polite.
That guy who you've just heard who I was talking to through the window is an activist, and he came and had a chat. You'll see it on the next segment. Chat with us, and he really did know the law inside out. And he said a few things that I thought, but what he said is actually right. He says people need to stop arguing amongst each other. Van life, everyone needs to stop arguing, and they need to get this country straight. And he were right what he said.
This is right fun.
You don't see this every day, do you? Sorry?
I suppose I have to write a letter. And we're supposed to be posting a letter through the letterbox.
I know, that's the only thing I ain't done.
I have to ask, if I can see Mark, ask him what we're supposed to write.
That was so much fun.
You're a good laugh, that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I see it works, off it the front, and then my phone died, and so how you going to turn it off? I don't know. And you go like that, literally turn off the phone off.
Have a walk round here.
Big one.
But yours on, that's gone.
Yeah.
I'm well pissed off. I'm driving long.
Damn it! You ought to have had an air horn in cab.
Yeah, I thought of that afterwards.
I've got a speaker in there with mic. I had to get it out, really.
I thought the coppers were going to be following us, but...
Yeah, they bothered, were they?
Football day.
Yeah.
That's the only reason of that. You don't see many other times.
Alright, so. As you can see, a lot of vans came into the town hall. That we're parked in front is the town hall, and that's where we stayed for the night as well. And we put a little banner up. Well, Mark and Sue put a little banner up.
And also with the new laws that are coming in, the 2022 laws as well. And if people, I don't think people maybe up to speed on what's going on with the new laws that are coming into this country, and that are in this country right now, and that have been in since the last 495 years. And this is the sort of thing we need to sort out, because there's enough division going on. And making references to refugees being a problem that's causing this has got nothing to do with it.
I think the refugees is a deliberate bringing them into the country to turn the British public against them, to be honest. I think it's just like they want conflict between us and the refugees. I don't know if that's whether you're on the same page as me on that, I don't know. But I just feel that the way they've gone about things, like not giving the British people any rights and bringing in refugees and giving them more rights than the British people.
They don't.
Oh, I don't know.
They don't. Well, on that subject,
we can cover
on
this,
that subject, I've got fact sheets with me
Yeah.
from a refugee network program in this country that will myth bust anything people has got regarding refugees coming into this country, etc. And that they have more rights than us. We don't. We don't.
Have you seen the recent legislation from government saying, I'm not anti-government or I'm not any particular party, I don't give a fuck about politics. I just want to get on with my life, be left alone, and go off in the middle of nowhere. That's all I want.
But unfortunately, making references that refugees have somehow an issue with this, it's completely wrong, man. I listened to what you said.
Yeah.
And that's not right what you said. I'm here to support people travelling on the boat. I know the law inside out. I'm an encyclopedic knowledge of that kind of information. 15 years I've been on the road. I live with Rome. My name is Gas Fisher. I live with Roman gypsies. I live with Irish travellers, New Age travellers. I've been to Spain and Portugal, all that sort of character, all the outdoor pies and what have you. And I also support refugees and Palestinians and anybody else that gets oppressed around the world. And that includes folks like ourselves who currently live on the road, have lived on the road, and also people who, for whatever reason, due to because of meddling through countries into their countries, are forced to leave and have to come here. And there's absolutely no proper procedure. This is what we need to
If I was
talk
in one of their countries, I would be over here myself. There's no way I would stay in a war-torn country with my family. So I agree with that.
Yeah.
I just don't agree with the way councils and government are handling a lot of the situations.
Well, there's a salami tactics element in this, which is what you touched on just before, which is where the government's one is divided, completely divided.
Okay, so we agree on that.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no two ways about it.
If we all work as a community, we'll bring down the government, basically.
Well, potentially, but we need to be united. But right now, we're too divided.
And they stop us being united by giving us all little bits of argument to argue amongst each other.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, so we're on the same page.
Yeah, we are,
there.
absolutely. I wouldn't be here today otherwise if I wasn't.
Yeah, I think a lot of us are all on the same page. So this is going to be, we're going to sit down and have a chat with this guy. So that's going to be a really interesting.
Yeah,
Let
good.
you on your banner. Maybe I'll give you a shout.
I'm a bit behind on the back. I should have done it last night. Gas Fisher, some sort of people's rights expert.
Expert.
Somebody that knows
Somebody in the know.
lots of human rights stuff. Dylan, no.
It's like we were supposed to have 2 other vans come with us.
Yeah.
Just get one of that. Just trying to get out of get this stop the discrimination banner.
Are you part of the AVG Facebook? Oh, you can't go to it. Join it. AVG. AVG. Yeah. It's a Facebook.
Right, okay. We've got to join AVG, they said.
All right.
I saw your video the other day when you were all at them.
This camera. You got all that? You got one of these?
I've got this first one.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is that the Pocket 3 Mini?
Right. Yeah.
It was just a pocket, I think, when I on the first one.
Were it?
Anyway, it's nice to meet you guys. Anyway.
Yeah, because they do a Pocket 3 Mini, which is like this one, but obviously smaller.
I mean, we both work and stuff, and we've got kids and that. We don't get a lot of time.
I think it's great.
It's brilliant. Yeah, it's a lot better than mine. More advanced.
Like I said, life's busy, isn't it?
I like how you can do that.
Yeah.
On one of my videos, I'm on the electric scooter and I'm videoing as I'm riding on it, and it's just flat. It's like a drone. So I can just fly him across.
It's alright, don't worry about it.
Just a bit of an experiment. I've been trying to like.
Well, my name's Katrina. Some people call me Trina, some people call me Cat.
I was trying to go round van with one hand on scooter, but trying to control the scooter with one hand and throttle it at the same time quite hard. I'll get it eventually. I need a bigger car park to do it in, you know, so I can go all the way around van like sort of thing.
When the couples
Can do red.
If you call me Belinda,
I don't think anyone will come round to that.
We're quite new to this. We've probably been doing it a few months.
It's got a wide angle lens with it as well,
Way.
which is good. You have to do that in van so you can see us both. You know, Saturday, I tie her up at dashboard.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
It's good here to be
But since we've been doing this YouTube channel,
with some proper van life. There's not these clickbait shit you've never seen it. Yeah, you don't see all these YouTubers. You don't see them sat outside town hall, do you?
No.
Yeah.
Sue's not too keen on me drinking.
Yeah. Because you've got to keep up with it.
Mine's the original one, but a smaller screen.
Yeah.
You have to tap it 3 times to get it to turn spatially. Tap it 3 times to get it to go back again.
I got this from
It's not as smooth as
But I'm used to
nowhere
it,
near
guy,
as
don't
smooth as
phase
that.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just shows you that if you do something so much.
It's not waterproof, so you've got to be careful with it.
How about that? Don't record me doing the makeup before a take. Take one.
There's other features to it, but I've not even looked at them yet.
Yeah.
All I do is just. It's got face.
So that just about concludes that video. There is a few more bits to it that I probably will put into a different video because they get too long. So at the end of the day, we were sat in front of town hall, chatting. No one were on the phone. You know, there were no animosity.
No.
It was just great. It was just great to get with. We're all a bunch of strangers, by the way. Some of them knew each other, but I didn't know anyone. Me and Kat knew no one. And they just welcomed us straight in, talked to us, chat, and it was like that all night, wasn't it?
It were great.
Until we went to bed. And it was same morning as well. It were absolutely brilliant. We'd like to say a big thank you to Mark and Sue for setting all this up. And for all of the YouTubers who came as well. Billy and Steve, they're cracking, aren't they?
Oh, they're amazing.
They're absolutely amazing people. Steve Kathmandu, Steve, he's absolutely brilliant as well, isn't he? So I didn't talk to Sam much. I didn't get a chance to. And the Sean Dr. Death, he was a good guy, wasn't he? He was ace. And they were campervan guys who I sat next to all night.
Yeah, cool dude.
What a cool dude he is, seriously. They were all just brilliant people,
Yeah, they
weren't
were.
they?
I really
They
enjoyed
were
it.
the specimen hunter Mick, weren't they? And then there were Mick. He came from South Wales, didn't he?
Yeah, what a lovely guy.
He was a lovely guy, brilliant. He didn't have Facebook, so I got his phone number. And then they were
Our lovely Dean.
and lovely Dean, who had some breakfast with us after. And,
Full of knowledge.
full of knowledge, very knowledgeable.
Knowledgeable.
It's getting late. Guy, and really some good advice I got off him. Really good guy. We had a cracking time, didn't we?
It was nice to go for breakfast as well with Dean.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was
It
good.
was a nice chat
It
with
was an
him.
absolute brilliant weekend, and I'd do it again
You
in
know,
a heartbeat, 100%. Hopefully, we got through to council in Morecombe. It's not just Morecombe that. It's like what Mark said, he doesn't actually particularly like stopping at Morecombe Bay. It's the fact that they're closing park-ups down, and once one does it, then another will do it, and then it'll follow suit to a point where there's no park-ups left for people.
and then we're completely powerless.
And then we're powerless because we can't do all. We can't. These people like to have a couple of nights in Castleton, or people on the Drove. Drove's shut now, by the way. You can't do it because Drove's shut. They said they're doing work, but we just think it might never open back up. Castleton. I've never actually been to Castleton, by the way, because I avoid it because I don't want to overcrowd it. I would like to go at some point, but I know a lot of people who just avoid it because they don't want to add to the problem there. But they're going to end up shutting that as well if it carries on.
Well, I've spent a lot of time at Castleton all my life.
Might have
And
to
it
speak.
was busy. It was busy years ago, so I dread to think what it's like now.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of other park ups people can go to in Peak District that they're just not aware of, I don't think, rather than all cramming into one spot because it's like a popular place to be, uh, or for the whatever Instagrams or whatever that shit. But the main thing is, I think we've got across to councils that people aren't just gonna, the van life community aren't just gonna lay down. I'm saying van life, I'm here in my house, bloody. We're part time, we're not full van lifers. I've stated that in a few videos. But one day, we do want to make the jump and go full time and live in his van and do Europe and what have you. But it would nice to come back to England and have time in England and be tourists in his own country when we eventually do go full time.
Yeah.
And if there's no, and other people thinking the same thing, a lot of people are thinking the same thing. And if there's no park ups left, then there's no point in doing it.
Yeah, and if we don't do something now about it, then when we do want to do it in next 10 years, when as kids are all grown up, it's not going to be possible.
No,
So
it's not.
we've got to do
We've
something.
got to do something now before it's too late. And people and this van life UK thing, everyone seems to be really angry about it. Well, you'll be very angry when there's no park ups left and you can't go anywhere. So unfortunately, you're gonna have to do something about it.
And it doesn't really affect me and you now because we live in our house, but it will affect
It
us
will
in
affect
future.
us.
So
This
that's
is why
why,
I'm doing it.
like, we went, didn't we? Even though it doesn't
Yeah.
affect us directly at the moment, but we went because so it doesn't get to that point because our dreams will be shattered then.
Yeah. And said them people ran that when we all sat in a circle. Those people retired, some of them were still working, doing bits and bobs, got walking sticks,
Oh yeah, they've
throat
worked
cancer.
themselves to the bone, haven't
They've
they?
worked themselves to the bone. They have worked themselves. They've paid tax all their life. They've paid into this. They've paid into the system. They've paid into UK system.
They've paid the dues
They've
to
paid the dues to
society.
society. They have a right. So these people who are saying they're entitled, thinking they're entitled, no, they're not entitled. They have just as much right to have a couple of nights on a seafront or a couple of nights in a car park.
And
They're
enjoy
not
their
hurting
retirement.
anybody
Yeah.
whatsoever, are they?
No, they're lovely people,
They're
honestly.
lovely people. And they always tidy up after themselves as well. It's the odd few that don't.
Yeah.
And to be honest, it does anger me a little bit when people call them entitled. No, they're not entitled. They've worked. They've probably worked they've worked probably more than the people who are calling them entitled.
And you know, they just want to enjoy
They want
rest
to
of the
enjoy
time
the
they've
rest
got
of
in their
their life.
life because they've just probably just
And a
worked
lot
and
of them,
worked and worked. And you can tell
yeah,
some of them are tired or the
yeah,
bodies are they're tired. And they just want to spend that last little bit of time, you know, driving round and seeing world what they've probably never got to do.
yeah.
To see
Because they've been at
England.
work all their life.
Yeah. And now they're getting stopped.
And now that's getting stopped.
They're gonna steal that last bit, that last thing from them.
Yeah.
It's awful.
It's a way of life. Not everybody. The thing is, what people got to realise is not everybody wants this life. So there's still going to be people going into hotels. There's still going to be people with caravans who are going campsites. Campsites aren't gonna miss out. You can't pitch a caravan outside a road. You just can't. Well, some people do, but you can't really. Any person who wants to go on a proper caravan holiday doesn't pitch at the side of the road. They go to a campsite.
But
Plus,
that's not for everybody, is
no,
it?
it's not for everybody. Plus, campsites are shut in winter anyway. There's only a few that are open. So through winter, people in vans or live in vans. They have to park up. It's as simple as that.
The fact
So there needs
is,
to be a rethink.
whether you're retired or not, some people don't want to live in a house. They
No,
don't like to be cooped up.
no,
And that's your human right. Some people love to be in a house, some people don't.
yeah,
So it just
yeah.
doesn't make any sense.
I mean,
There doesn't have to be a reason like, oh, we've retired or we can't afford an house. Some people just don't want to be in a house.
no, they don't. They don't. Some people just can't live in a house.
Some
So
people are just free spirits, just want to be out.
yeah,
And we've got as many rights as anybody else.
yeah. freedom end today.
Yeah, of course it
I
was.
also live in a free country, so here we are. That probably wraps up that video.
Yeah.
And let me know what you think. You do the comments. Good, bad, whatever. Your views. Fire away. Good night.